This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go. Shalom, shalom. Just the brother Dhamma Gabar here from GMS Los Angeles with another lesson. But before I get into it, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai being the true name of who the world calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who taught me this truth and ruled well, and peace and mercy to the elect, the 144,000, the house of David, and the rest of the men, women, and children. The Lord will have mercy on in these last days. Shalom. And this lesson is going to be geared around Jeremiah 50, verse 33, which, as we know, here at Great Millstone, with 100% assurity and in faith, that the 12 tribes of Israel were oppressed together. And when you know the history of the 12 tribes of Israel, the last time that we were together as a whole nation with all 12 tribes together was during the time of King David and King Solomon. And after Solomon, slept with his fathers, the kingdoms were divided and split. You know, you had the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, remained in the land, but then you had the northern kingdom, which is all the other 10 tribes, consisting of natives, Latinos, and the Native Americans, Latinos, and the Spanish speaking tribes, so to speak, so you can understand, were in the Assyrian captivity, and then eventually left the Assyrian captivity and sailed over here to the Americas until their brethren, the southern kingdom, was brought over here on cargo slave ships by our same enemy and same oppressor, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, whether he was calling himself Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, French, or any other false name that he was hiding himself under. And that's something that all Israel had in common, because we all had to go through those curses together, especially in these last days, to make our way over here to the Americas, man. Because you got a lot of these clowns out here saying that, GMS has 100% truth. I believe everything that you say, but when it comes to the sign, the so-called Spanish-speaking tribes, that's where I tune it out, and that's where I can't agree with, because they can't be the Israelites, because they're not black, and all 12 tribes of Israel are black, which is a damn lie, man. That's just not true. Also, all the 12 tribes of Israel are not so-called black people. All right. Our people are scattered all over the planet Earth, man. And we have the sign and the stick to further confirm who the Israelites are, man. And it's all being done through the Holy Spirit, And you got a lot of these clowns out here saying, oh, well, the stick is wrong, that ain't right, this ain't right. Well, if it ain't right, show the proof showing who the tribes truly are, as far as the stick that here at Great Millstone that we have when we go out there and preach and prophesy, those are the only ones, the only people that are on that sign that are fulfilling prophecy. Where are the so-called Japhetic people coming in droves into this truth? Got camps, got fruit, out there laboring, out there offering up the right sacrifices, calling on the names of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, out there diligently teaching His word, man. And you don't see that. You see the so-called Spanish-speaking tribes, wherever they may be, out there in the spirit, man. And over here in California, where I'm at, we got mad diligent brothers of the Northern Kingdom, Spanish-speaking brothers, man. Issachar, Gad, Issachar out here in our camp. Brothers from Naphtali, man, out here putting in work in the spirit, believing in this truth, out here preaching this word, setting up camp, man, offering up the right sacrifices, got their whole families, and their children and their wives, and even some of their parents believing in this truth, man, and coming to the acknowledgement that they're of the 12 tribes of Israel. You see? So, the prophecy is speaking for itself, man, and the children of Israel, especially the Spanish-speaking brothers, are out there putting in this work, man. And it only makes sense that we were oppressed together. And where's the only place we're being oppressed together at? Here, like I said, ever since the breakup of King Solomon, is here in the Americas, man. And don't get me wrong, being out here in California, when we was out there preaching and prophesying, there was a time where we thought the Northern Kingdom brothers was never going to wake up, man. And we was, amongst ourselves, even out there prophesying, was cussing them the hell out, man. And you can ask the elder brother Muatazak, the brother Barak, a lot of us that was in this camp, when we would fellowship and talk, we was in the spirit like, man, they ain't never gonna wake up. And then all of a sudden, man, them brothers came, just start coming, because a prophecy had to be fulfilled, and this truth came to them brothers. They woke up, and hey, and then brothers start coming. Now over here in the California camp, you got more Northern Kingdom brothers, the Spanish speaking brothers, than you got Southern Kingdom brothers, man. And them brothers are in the spirit. Them brothers are brotherly. Them brothers believe, and them brothers are sincere about this thing, man. And it is what it is, man. So a lot of you guys out there who's saying otherwise, you don't know what the hell you talking about, man. You ain't in the spirit. You ain't got no works. You ain't got no camps. You ain't out there prophesying on the highways and the byways. You ain't got no pages where you're out there teaching this truth and doing what the Lord say in these last days that the children of Israel will be doing, man. All right. So we were oppressed together. And where was that? Right here in the Americas, man. And it's the same place that we were being oppressed together that the Lord is waking us up. The Lord is bringing us back together as a whole nation, the 12 tribes, man. And guess what? Those same people that a lot of you Negroes, native you so-called black Negroes are denying of being the people of the Most High, are oppressed just like we oppressed. We're caught hell just like we caught hell, got ran through by the same devil that we got ran through, and they're under the same curses that we're under, man. And it's evident, man. You know, that's why even when you go over to Central and South America, what do you see? Those Spanish-speaking tribes, the Northern Kingdoms down there catching pure holy hell, man, under these curses. And guess what? You got brothers that are out there in those different islands, and even over here, and you got brothers out there literally in Mexico prophesying and standing upon their feet and preaching this word, man, calling on the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, like I said, you don't see these other Japhetic people or whoever else you dumb niggas believe to be the Israelites outside of the natives and the Spanish speaking tribes fulfilling that. All right, and it's plain and it's obvious, man. The brothers are out there in that speaking, prophesying in that Espanol, man. You just had recently the brother Dawada, the brother Yakal, and I forget the other brother's name that literally live in Mexico, out there prophesying right there by the Mayan ruins, man, by the pyramids out there, man, going into this truth, prophesying, who who the tribe of Issachar truly is, man, and who those Mayans truly are. And nobody else is fulfilling that, but the brethren, man, but the so-called Spanish-speaking brothers, as you would call it, man, because they are of the 12 tribes of Israel. There's too many books, there's too much history, there's too many you know, things that link them to being our people, man. You got mad books out here outside of Esau's university curriculum that proves that, man. When Christopher Columbus came here, over here to the west, over here to different islands, he brought Hebrew interpreters, man. Who was living there? These same so-called Northern Kingdom tribes that a lot of you niggas say aren't Israelites, but he brought Hebrew interpreters to them, man. You got the Los Lunas stone, all type of different information and relics and information that links the so-called people of the islands, Central South Central America and Central America and Mexico, Peru, Puerto Rico, the different islands of being the Israelites, man. All right. And those of us that are in the spirit and that are confirmed in the spirit, we know that, man. All right. So let me go here, man. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And that happened to all the northern kingdom, man. All up in the islands, man. When Esau came in there, they was doing their thing, they was living their lives. And now, who's in control of all these different lands that the northern kingdom are living in? Who controls Mexico? Who controls Puerto Rico? Who controls Brazil? Who controls Peru and all those different islands and countries down there in South America, man? The goddamn Edomites do. The mestizos, those Edomites that came and colonized and that married and had children amongst the natives, but their lineage and bloodline goes back to Spain, Portugal, or wherever the hell they came from. They're the ones that's over there ruling those lands, and they're above the natives of those lands, who are the Israelites. They're above them very high, and they're ruling over them and got them living in squalor and poverty and in those favelas, man. It's the same over here in the States, man. Who the hell is ruling over us? You so-called Negroes over here in America, man. The stranger, the heathen, starting with Esau, Edom, they're above us very high, man. And even when the Northern Kingdom brothers leave their country and come here to the Americas, these curses are still upon them, man. You see? And thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. That's happening to the natives as well, man. And to Judah, to all 12 tribes that are here being oppressed in the Americas, man. We ain't lending shit to the heathen, man. We ain't lending shit to Esau. We came here naked and in want of all things, man. Even our food is being given to us by the goddamn heathen, and that shit is poison and destroying us. Same curses are on the Latin tribes as well, man. Because we're oppressed together here in America, man. No matter where the hell we go, they're gonna be over us very high. It says, he shall be the head and thou shalt be the tail. All right. And you got these niggas talking about, well, the Mexicans come here and they start businesses and they do this and they do that. It don't matter, man. They still catching hell. They still being lent to. They still very low. You know, like I said, you got a couple of Jake here that's doing pretty good and that's doing all right, but they still Israelites. They're still under the curses. They still very low under Esau, Edom. You see? It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. And guess what? Just how Judah was destroyed here, at a certain point, we didn't know who the hell we were. We lost our nationality. We didn't have the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Well, the same thing happened to the natives, man. And who was the main driving force behind that? Of course, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But who did he use to do it was Esau, Edom. And that's why you got the Northern Kingdom out here worshiping all these goddamn idols, worshiping white Jesus. That's why he got you so-called Negroes over here in these goddamn churches worshiping the same God, man. But you just call on him in English, man. You see? So all these curses came up over all of us and overtook us, man. Where did it mainly happen? Over here in the Americas, man. Because this is the only place, this is the only captivity where we totally discontinued from our heritage, man. It applies to us and it applies to all the people that are on that sign, man. It says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You see? It shall be for a sign. Let's see what it says for this word sign. And they are a sign. Now that we have eyes to see, we can see these signs upon our people. We can look at them and tell through the Spirit. Yeah, those are the Israelites, man. Because our people do exactly what the curses said that they would be. A very rebellious and stiff-necked people that join unto idols. You know? That's our people, man. Well, that's taking forever. You know what? Earlier my internet was fucking lagging heavy, so it might still be doing that shit. So if it take too long, I'm not gonna keep you brothers here waiting for this shit. you know, shouldn't be doing this, but hey, Satan doing his job. All right, man. I ain't gonna keep waiting for that, man. It says, where was I at? Oh yeah, it said for a sign and wonders. Let me try this one more time. Lord willing. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it, man. So lock you on that, man. It says, because thou servest not. It says, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things. And that happened to our all 12 tribes, man. Where did it mainly happen? The worst is here in Babylon the Great, man. To our people over there in northern, central, and South America. And over here in the Americas to the so-called Negro. When Esau came and stole us from the west coast of Africa, you know, bringing us over here on these slave ships over here to the Americas, that happened unto us. And even before he came and got us, he came over here first and got the northern tribes, man. And what did he do unto them? To totally destroy them, man. Put them on reservations, kicked them off their own lands, gave them smallpox, hung them, burned them from burned them, brought them so-called plantation Christianity. Made them make them take off their fringes and put on suits, make them cut off cut them off totally from their heritage, man. Which the natives were keeping some semblance of the the truth for a certain period of time until Esau came and totally destroyed them and totally stripped them of it, man. Same like he did to the so-called Negro, man, to the point to where we were all out here lost in the sauce, man. You see, and now we got to go to the devil for the one of all things, man, which is surely about to come to an end. But nonetheless, these things happen, man. These things took hold upon our people, and it destroyed us. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, which he did to the so-called Negroes, and he did it to the so-called natives too. You don't think he put their asses in chains? Salakia. God damn it, man. Right, answer that phone. Shit. Salakia. Like I was saying, yeah, he put yokes of iron upon our necks. You just go on Google. He did the same to the natives too. You don't think he put their ass in, put chains upon them and put them in slavery, man? You see, it happened to both of us. We were oppressed together here in America, man. And those same people that were oppressed together, now we're all being woke up together. We're all now out there prophesying and preaching in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and calling upon our power now in truth and sincerity, man. It says Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. And who's that eagle symbolic for? Esau, man. You see? Did not he come from Spain and Portugal and Europe all the way over here to the Americas to totally destroy our people? Watch that movie Apocalypto and towards the end. Did not he bring Cristobal Colon and these goddamn Edomites from the other side of the whole world over here to the New World to do what? To destroy us, man. He brought Esau ass all the way over to the west coast of Africa, stole us, and brought us all the way over here to the Americas, to the New World, man. You see? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now, did the natives understand Esau when he came here speaking those different languages? Absolutely not. Did the so-called Negroes, when we was over there in Africa, did we understand what Esau was saying when we came here? Absolutely not, man. Why the hell you think we speaking the languages we speaking today? It was all according to this, according to Deuteronomy 28, these prophecies that happened, man. Why the Latin speaking Spanish or Portuguese? Shit, you even got the Haitians over there speaking French to a certain extent. French Creole, whatever the hell it is. Why are they speaking that language, man? Why are we over here speaking English, this bastard language, man? Because prophecy came to pass. What the Lord said was he was going to do, it happened. See? A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or the flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustedest, throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which Yahweh thy power hath given thee. All right? You see? So these things happen to the so-called northern tribes just like it happened to the southern tribes, man. We suffer these things together. So now at the end, we're all being brought back to remembrance of who we are together as a nation, man. Because we're in that time now to where the Lord is about to raise us back up. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 31. Let me see. Oh, yeah, let me read up a little bit. 30 says, For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. See? Now, when did we really have to start remembering ourselves was ultimately here in Babylon, man. Because when we went under captivity under the Babylonians, under the Persians and the Medes, under the Romans, under the Greeks, for the most part, our people, a majority of our people still they knew that they were Israelites. They still kept a hold of the customs, man. But like I said, in Deuteronomy 28 over here in the Americas, we totally forgot who the hell we were. And in this last captivity, this is where now we're starting to remember ourselves, man. All right. And like I said, this truth has gone global. This truth has reached the ears of all nations, man. And who was the main majority of the people that are waking up and remembering themselves? is Judah, Benjamin, all 12 tribes, but you got the Spanish speaking tribes, man. You don't think that these Edomites and these Japhites and these other nations have came across this truth? Well, what the hell are they raising up in droves coming into this truth? Now, don't get me wrong. You got certain brothers that may look like so-called Edomites that are in this truth. That may look like so-called white man, but guess what? Their spirit, they got the spirit of Israelites. They are Israelites, man. But you don't see a bunch of heathens coming out into this thing, coming into the knowledge and the understanding and the faith of being Israelites, but our people, man. And you got the so-called Latinos, so you can understand, remembering themselves, man, because it's all part of prophecy. Because their spirits are knit with this, because they're the Israelites, man, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them in heart and ears to hear. See, the Lord is giving these brothers that you don't want to accept as being Israelites a heart, which is their mind, and ears to hear. You see? That's why they're coming into this thing. That's why they're raising up. That's why they're subscribing unto the name of being Israelites, man. Because the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is giving them the spirit to and a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. Like I said, you got mad brothers, Latin brothers out here praising the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That was lost in the sauce. But now, they're coming back to their true nationality, just like we have, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. So you got these brothers literally repenting. They've returned back into Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They put away the idols. They put away pork. They put away Christmas and their idols, man. And now they're coming out here and worshiping and serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai in all truth and sincerity, man. Out there on the highways and the byways, making the bodies a living sacrifice, man. You know, acknowledging their praying, acknowledging that they were wicked and they sinned and they didn't know the way of truth, but now they are. For they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. See? You got them brothers waiting on the kingdom, waiting on the return of our Lord and Savior Yahushua, waiting to go back to our home, waiting to go back home, waiting on waiting to be beamed up and taken up in the chariots, man. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people Israel out of the land that I have given them. All right, one more. This is Ezekiel 36:22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, what's the house of Israel? The whole house, all 12 tribes, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen whither ye went. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith the Lord Yahweh, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. And that's starting right now, by us being woken up, by us being taken out of our graves, man. Giving the Spirit to understand and know who we are. You see, and that's part of the Lord sanctifying us before the eyes of the heathen. We're standing up now. We know who we are. And we're proclaiming it into the whole world, prophesying it for the whole world, telling it all the heathen who we are and who they are and what we're about to do to them in the kingdom of heaven, man. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols, which I will cleanse you. And the Lord is doing that now. But it's going to be solidified ultimately once we receive those new bodies and we are beamed up and we're into the kingdom of heaven. You see? It says, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh. See, the spirit and the mind to understand, to know who we are, to know what's expected of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You see, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. I will also save you from all your uncleanliness, and I will call for the corn and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. See, and that's what we're about to inherit, man. But first, it's starting by the Lord putting the Spirit upon us to come back to who we truly are and to repent, and to walk in His law, statutes, and commandments right now to the best of our ability. You see, and this great blessing is coming upon all 12 tribes, man, not just Negroes only, okay? And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall ye remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. See, and that's what happened when we came into this truth, man. We realized what a piece of shit we truly were, man, and that we were worthy of death. And now you got these brothers that's coming to that understanding, and now we're trying to do it right this time, man. We acknowledged that we were wicked, and we did loathe ourselves, and we found out how evil and how wicked we were living, man. And now we don't want to walk in that way anymore. Now we want to do what's right in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And now we're coming out here and telling our people this is how they should be living, and this is how this is what the Lord expects, man. You know, and a lot of you guys that's not accepting the Northern Kingdom of doing that, you ain't even doing it, man. So here it is, they out here doing what the Lord is telling them to do, but you ain't doing that. But you telling them that they ain't of the house of Israel, but they're doing what the Israelites are supposed to be doing in these last days, man. So you might want to check yourself, because you might not be an Israelite. You might be a fucking Hamite, man, or a Girgashite, or one of those ites that ain't good, man. It says, "Not for your sakes do I this, saith the Lord Yahweh. Be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel." You see? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, "In the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. and they shall say, This land was so desolate, it is that this land that was so desolate is become like the Garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited." Talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. And basically, the whole earth after the Lord comes back and cleans this place up. "Then the heathen that are left round about you shall know that I Yahweh built the ruined places and plant that was desolate. I Yahweh have spoken it, and I will do it." You see? And that's what these brothers are out there prophesying and telling all these heathen, this is what's about to happen, man. You're about to go down and we're about to come up. You see? And some of you guys out there that are denying that to the northern and Spanish speaking tribes of the tribe of Israel, man, y'all better wake the hell up and get with the program, man. It's too late in the game. We're too far in prophecy for all of a sudden a sign to be wrong, and we gotta wait for somebody to come and rewrite it and come with the proper breakdown when the breakdown is already proper, man. The Lord has given us everything that we need in these last days, to be delivered. We know who the 12 tribes are. We know who the Israelites are in these last days, man. And if you don't know, then that's on you, man. If you don't know, that's because the Lord don't want you to know, and the Lord ain't dealing with you. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will yet for this day be inquired of by the house of Israel to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock." Yeah, and that's what you see out there on the highways and the byways, man. You know, you see the flock of Israel, the congregation of the men of Israel in these last days waking up, prophesying, preaching. You know, it says, "As the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem in her solemn feast, so shall the waste cities be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh." All right, and that's happening now. And we know in the kingdom it's going to be fully fulfilled. It's going to be in this fullness. But right now, before it's happening, it's already happening. If you can understand what I'm trying to say, and those men that are selected to do it are out there doing it, man. You know, and hey, and call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for that. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you were edified. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakah Hakodash. Hey, all you Latin brothers out there that are pushing this word of the Northern Kingdom, don't let these hating ass niggas discourage you. Keep pushing this word. Hey, if the Spirit is on you and you out there doing what's right in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, keep doing it, man. And may we all be the elect. May we all be chosen, and may we all be blessed enough to receive salvation and be the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven, man. So with that.